So let's get started. I'm so excited for everyone to be here, from our delegates to attendees. Look forward to giving you a very short presentation here from the time to have a lot of you here, just to give you a little bit of an example of what I've done, and then use that as an example of what you can do. As some of the best way I figured that I could really share with how to become an ambassador in this amazing world we live in. So, how to become a global ambassador and make a positive impact. And speaking with Terrence over the past few months, I really realized the opportunity we have with this. Working with the delegates here, going to some of the events that they put on, and also understanding the impact of what it is to become that. I think it's a very important thing, and I'll share a quick story with you because that's the story that I figured will epitomize what it's all about. So many years ago, 2003-4, I went to this event. Great event. It was talking about financial literacy, and I loved it. The principles and all that they were sharing. And at the end, they said you can become an ambassador for this organization. It's like, okay, so signed up. Fast forward 5-6 years later, and we're holding an event here in Toronto called the Ambassadors, downtown Toronto. So I go there, sit down, and we were sharing our story. So I got up there and I was like, telling everything I'm doing, and everybody's looking at me like deers in headlights, like, what is this guy, And what happened was, because I was so involved and I was living it and I had gone through making the impact, I was more than an ambassador, I was actually living that. And everybody said to me, are you sure you should be here? I go, why not? Right? Because they were just new, they were fresh, they were just involved. And it was my first foray into that. And fast forward to 2017, where I really drove in and became an ambassador for some organizations, and I have some pictures here. Some are kind of interesting, but again, it's all about we have to step into that. So today is about showing what I've done, but also the impact that you can make as well. So that's me. I've been a speaker for 10 years, written a book, been training. I'm in the movie industry the past 4 years, so a guy like me making the movie industry, that it's great. So and again, I'm a brand ambassador. So part of what I realized is, there's a picture with the banner there we took a few weeks ago, was when I first started learning about Pagiamtzis humanity. I was actually all ears listening to Terrence tell me about the vision. We had this great conversation at Tim Hortons there a few months ago, and really I was really inspired and motivated when he was talking. And then the more I spoke to him, the more I really understand what he was trying to do with Pagiamtzis humanity. And again, I really do appreciate the opportunity to be part of the team and all that, Terrence. So moving forward is my foray into being an ambassador. So I've had a chance to play some different roles for different organizations. So I was a guy, an Australian, for a Salesforce event a few months ago. And I go, yeah, all right, I can do the outback there, but it allows me to become that character. I was looking for the Swiffer photo, so I was trying to find it, and my computer was giving some problems today, but basically I was a Swiffer, the Swiffer guy at a Canadian Tire wore this apron, and I was demoing, have you heard of the Swiffer product? You ever heard of the Swiffer product? Well, I was offering coupons, and I was selling them harder than they could put them back on the shelf, and I got to speak to like 4,000 people in 2 weekends, and I was like living the character. I was doing the demo, I was doing that, and it was just my first foray in becoming that individual. So it was almost like I get to act it, but I get to live it as well. So I'm part of the TIFF here last year, and this year I'm actually one of the paid staff members. So we started training tomorrow. But again, we shot a music video a couple weeks ago where we sang "We Are the Champions." So I don't know the "We Are the Champions" song. Well, I'm officially sang that song 90 times in a 6-hour period. So I don't want to hear "We Are the Champions" for like another maybe month or so. They're going to put a commercial which is going to air in front of every single movie at TIFF this year. So I didn't know that was a bass tenor. That is what my voice is, what do you call it, the description of my voice. I'm a bass tenor. So I officially have training, so I put that on my resume too now. I'm a bass tenor. So again, it's been an experience. Now I can say I'm a singer. Yes?
Can you sing us a little bit?
Oh, no. Maybe later on. As a matter of fact, interesting you said that. I was at Taste of the Danforth, and they were singing the karaoke, We Are the Champions, and they had the words wrong. For instance, Are you that detailed? It's not become, it's not, it's cause, not cause. You know, they had it actually wrong. It's friends, not friends. You know, because we sang a little part of it, but again, it's a very powerful song, so look out for it if you want to tiff. So this is at the Toronto Festival of Beer. My videographer, Pagiamtzis, because this is who I am. Speak with purpose. You know, when you talk, you want people to pay attention and listen to what you're sharing, whatever it is. So that definitely epitomizes me. It was such a great day. So there's some of the events that I do. I'll do a patio power here. And this is another event, which is a game me and my friend Randy do called the Casual Game. Why I share this photo is we started playing this game 7 years ago, 10 people. We play about 4 or 5 times a year. We had 22 plus people show up at a condo 3 weeks ago. I was having an anxiety attack. Because I'm like, where do these people come from? He goes, well, friends told friends told friends. So that was an exciting day at the CN Tower there. But again, building a community, and I'm going to be talking a little about that as far as how to become an ambassador. So, first thing is persistence. So one of the things on becoming that ambassador is you have to keep at it and realize for myself, moving in my career, especially as a speaker, is how was I going to do that? Well, I had to keep going. I didn't stop. For instance, how can you just stop and take a breath? I didn't have time. I just kept going. And I got, we were here in the city of Toronto. I did my first talk here in 2008, standing right here. And I'll never forget it. My mentor says, "Oh, you want to be the MC for the day?" MC. So, you come full circle and you realize how far you've come. So, even in this, being part of the team here for the past 4 months, I've been working with Terrence and the team and to move this forward. And we've had, again, some great opportunities, and I've learned a lot about the team members and the delegates over the past month or so, and about their passion projects, and it's very, very inspiring. And the thing for me, it got me motivated to talk about some of the things that I have seen some friends go through here over the past month. So because of the delegates and sharing their stories inspired me to share some of that. So I talk about momentum. The big mo is you got to keep moving forward, and that's where I know the vision that Terrence and the team has put together is something that we're gonna definitely change lives. So next is practice. One of the important things is last week we're doing the photo shoot, and I was talking to some of the delegates, and they're sharing me their stories, and I was blown away by some of the stories. I was like, oh my goodness gracious! It's very personal but very powerful. And one of the things I realized as a speaker was sometimes we have a big story to share. And today I have a very short period of time, so you have to give the Cold Notes version of the story. That's not easy sometimes. So I was telling them, so you have to narrow that story from 15 minutes down to 5 minutes to have that impact. It's not easy, but practice is where the magic begins. I wouldn't have reached the pinnacle of my speaking career if I didn't practice. People were saying, how do you do it? Record myself, I go to the park, I talk to a tree, I talk to ants. I had to practice. I got into doing other types of talks, freestyle talks, improv talks, and I just kept on practicing. And that's something that's where the magic is right there. Results. Results are going to happen because if you do the persistence and the practice, the results are foregone conclusion, I tell you. It's going to happen. But again, it takes the work. And again, knowing that this is a process that we've been going through with the team for a few months and seeing their expertise and some of the amazing accolades some of our team members have achieved is for me, is like, wow, what a team we've put together. So our passion projects. This is something that's definitely unique for this event. And what gravitated me towards working with the team and the delegates, because the passion projects is something that will definitely bring something of a powerful message for this event, for sure. So part of what my passion is those 3 words: learn, speak, socialize. Those are my 3 mantras. I changed my brand a few years ago, and it significantly changed my business because people can relate with all those. So let's get into it. Creating community. How many types of communities can you have out there? Can you have communities on Facebook? Can you have communities on LinkedIn? You can have communities on Instagram, Twitter. That's the most important thing I realized and I learned from many of the leaders is that you have to create a community to promote yourself, right? You have to. I talk to a lot of high school students and startups and all that. I tell them this is the most important thing that you have to start today. I was talking to her yesterday on a conference, and she goes, I started yesterday, day before yesterday, because you gotta have a group to market to, and part of when I started in 2007 speaking is I grew this community, and it was a very powerful thing that I'm glad I did. Again, it's all about these groups, very powerful and very strategic way you can use all those. And I'm definitely more than willing to share this. I'll have a clipboard where I can share some more insights after the conference regarding these. But again, every single one of these very powerful. I think a lot of people are on Instagram here from what I've seen. A lot of people on Instagram. Instagram is great and it's evolved. But again, a very powerful medium that you can do stories on. You can share pictures with a great hashtags on it. So I'm a big fan of Instagram. But I think, again, the rest of them strategically used. When I usually speak on email marketing, I have this graph and I share people the channels, and people always come up and take pictures of it because they see how each channel is being used. So it's very important. But again, it all begins with networking. One of the things that has been my superpower is the art of connecting, meeting people. I've had a chance to travel all across Ontario, north, south, east, west, travel all parts of the United States, and it all becomes with meeting people and networking. That's how you build your community. And for me, that was something. I did a talk called Rethinking the Art of Networking about 3 years ago, and with my friend Pramod Sharma, and you can find it on YouTube. It's about 22 minutes long, but it really goes through the PAR strategy that I created on networking because it was simple and easy to do. So if you want to, again, I can email the link out later on because of the time we have a lot here. But again, it was understanding how you can create a little system and move forward. Because it's all about systems. Who likes systems here? Who likes systems? So. Okay, systems are what I look like. So, social media. In 2012, I was given the great opportunity to get hired by Constant Contact. They're an email marketing company. And the one question I had to Lisa Kemmer at the time, the regional director, does it pay? I was like, okay, what am I putting this effort in? And I signed the contract on the 28th, and the 29th I did my first talk. She goes, that's fast. I go, I really want to do this. And I ended up speaking for almost 3 years, again, all across Ontario, and it was amazing. I got to really share insights on email marketing and the rest of social media. So part of the thing I've talked to some of the delegates, and I've seen some of their amazing Instagram photos, is creating amazing content. And everybody following the Misfits Humanity Instagram?
Yes.
Everybody following it? Really cool content. And that's powerful. And then not just taking pictures, it's how you're taking the picture, the angle. I mean, I've been learning quite about that. I did the normal way.
It's always the right angle.
Yeah, an angle shot in my video, Shammy always tell me, no, angle. I'm like, oh, okay, angle. I keep forgetting it. I'm always the normal way, just face to face. I'm still learning. I'm still in the angle way. So part of this is, as time went on, and this is something that anyone can do here, starting a blog. Have you ever heard of blogs? And how many have heard of blogs? Bloggers, right? Bloggers maybe in 2008 weren't the woo people, but now you got podcasts. Some people have done podcasts, or those are great ways to community. So I started a blog in 2008, and what I did is I'll share my story. And then quickly in 2014, I did a spotlight. I interviewed in about 3.5, 4 years about 50 people. And it got really adventurous. So I was telling one of the speakers here, I interviewed Anthony Robbins' son, Jared Robbins. During Christmas, I was like, he had just got married, and the week after, he said, okay, I'll do an interview. I've been no so nervous in my life. I'm like, I'm going to have a celebrity. He said, yes. It was like, so, and I interviewed Olympians after that. I mean, it got really into their headspace, how they become an Olympian. And it was very, very powerful. So again, this is content that, again, I went after. And this is where, again, I can really relate with the passion projects that everyone's here, the delegates are putting together. Video marketing, again, on Instagram and other platforms, you can do videos. And I started a YouTube channel. I passed 10,000 views on my YouTube channel in February 2017. I didn't think it was a big deal. So I went on Facebook one night, I made a comment, and I got like 50 people respond saying, that's a huge accomplishment. And most of the videos are personal development. There's a few Harlem Shake. Remember the Harlem Shake? Praise. I have 2 Harlem Shake videos.
Oh my God.
I do have 2, yeah, see anything? You know, watching? Pretty good. Opportunity arose. Do you want to do a Harlem Shake video? Sure. And I've shown it, it's got 400 views on YouTube. It was I have some good stuff on it. Maybe 1% was funny, but again, I can share the link there. It's pretty good. But again, I took advantage of the opportunity. So yes, Harlem Shake video. So, next thing is about the community. I'm going to stress this over and over again. With Constant Contact, it's an email marketing platform. So where basically you create connections and you can email out various content. Again, powerful because you're getting people's inbox. Is social media working where people can like and comment? Yes, but when you get someone's email box, it's much more powerful to do so. So email. So that's our Constant Contact days, my early days, and then doing that. So becoming a speaker. So why I wanted to talk about this is because in order to become an ambassador, you're going to have to get in front of people and talk. Right? You have to get in and talk to people. Whether it's 5, 10, 15, 100. And one of the things that I realized quickly in my journey was I was very scared to talk to 100 people. My friends said, oh, just go up there, you can do, you have the personality. No, it wasn't that easy at all. And I had to, again, create a system for myself. And it started by doing small talks, medium talks, and then big talks. And then Faithful Day happened. 2012, I had to go to Harrison, Arkansas. Remember Harrison, Arkansas is? Way down south. It's like Bill Clinton country, like way down south. And I spoke at a diversity council. Not once, not twice, 3 times from stage. And the goal was I was going to speak once, and that was it. But word spread. I don't know what happened. Word spread. They put me on stage 3 times to talk about mentorship. Exciting topic, right? Who would have thought? Because I was speaking on the topic for a few years. So again, was I ready? Absolutely. I went to my room. I practiced. And they were all enjoying themselves all night. I went to my room and practiced for hours and hours and hours. And I went out there and I did really well. People would come up to me and goes, how'd you do it? Breathe, relax, and maybe 1 beer. You know, but again, it's a process, and now it's the process of paying it forward, teaching other speakers how to go through it, and understand that it is a process, and that's where I was sharing with the delegates a little bit about timing and sharing. So, part of what I want to end up is this: wowing yourself every day. Tanya Hoffman, she is the president of the Public Speakers Association. She's been my mentor for almost 4 years in this speaking journey. I went down to San Antonio, Texas, and spoke to about 175 speakers in 2015, and it was the most, probably nerve-wracking, but most sensational day of my life, because I got to speak to other speakers, and I made it. I survived. And moving forward, she gave me this here about wowing yourself every day. What does that mean? Is you have to wow yourself every day. You have to do something awesome every day. Learn something new every day. Talk to someone every day. And that's, again, you're going through life, like Terrence says, you can't make your money with you. To make an impact. And you can do that how many different ways? We can do that what? Facebook Live, we can do an event, we can get a bunch of friends together, we can do, we can do a number of different ways to wow ourselves. Write something. So that's my hashtag today. Wow yourself every day. So now it's a goal for you to turn yourself into an ambassador. And how can you do this? Well, isn't there different events happening here in the city that you can volunteer from? There's running events. There's all sorts of different events happening here. Well, join them. Become them. Be passionate about something you want to be part of. And become an ambassador for that event. Just like these delegates decided to join Miss Face of Humanity and be part of the Miss community and having everyone come out here today. That was the goal. So, at the end of the day, that's me. I'll leave that with this. So that's me in my modeling shoot 2 months ago. Now, if you would have told me 10 years ago I would become a model, I would have said, absolutely not. But when I got that call saying, Jim, we're going to come do some modeling in Hamilton, I ran. Okay? So, again, it's all about opportunities. I took the opportunity to go out there and hang out with some amazing men and women that day, and I said, I felt a little uncomfortable in the morning, to tell you the truth, when I was getting ready. And they took these great photos. And I landed with this. So this ended up on Facebook. You know, I do these tests on video. They're laughing with me, I know. So they do these tests on Facebook, and they were thinking, what would they say about Jim in the movie? So I'm like, okay. Drew Rapp says I'm 5-star. Will Smith says I'm a new star, and Vin Diesel says he's heavenly. Now I know it's true, but I am about movie industry. But again, let's have fun. That's about having fun, and I want to use this slide here because at the end of the day, we're going to have fun today. We're going to have fun all week, and culminating to next Saturday, we're going to have an amazing day. So with that, I am done. I'll be here for the entire day, and look forward to you learning from the rest of the speakers today. If you have any questions, I'm more than happy to answer them as the day goes on. Thank you.